Welcome to the Investing Podcast, presented by Tusk Media. Now, for your early morning look at financial news and activity in audio and video form, here's the Morning Market Mimosa.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Investing Podcast. It is Thursday, September 15th, 2016. Morning Market Mimosa, I'm back. We're back on video. Really screwed up. Took the key with me on vacation.
Yeah.
So audio only podcast for a while, which probably made the most sense with the looks of the podcast out of town anyway. It was probably best to play it safe. Just go with the brains and the voice. That's Ben. Ben, how's it going, man?
It's going well.
No, in all seriousness, I enjoyed the pods. I listened to them. It's kind of nice
Yeah.
to be just a raw consumer as opposed to involved. And I don't want to say anything like too nice about Intern Garrett, but he wasn't the worst podcast host I've ever heard.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I made sure of that.
It was pretty good. So I was pretty proud of that. I mean, he was no Intern Austin. We missed that guy, Intern Joseph, but Intern Garrett did all right. We'll jump in. I don't have a whole lot to say coming off vacation, trying to see what's going on here with these markets. Super choppy, super volatile. Right now, futures are up just a little bit across the board. Dow futures up about 0.25%. S&P futures up 21 bips. NASDAQ futures up 30. Gold down a little bit. Oil up about 1/3 of 1%. Talk to me about the week. It's been crazy.
Yeah, it's been up and down. Especially Monday, we had a really good day after Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Friday was very weak, and then it's just been, kind of all over
Trading
the place.
seesaw back and forth.
No real strength from a specific sector.
Mm-hmm.
Oil has been the one consistent thing until today. Now it's finally up.
Yeah. And one story you touched on was actually Apple, a rare bright
Right.
spot this week with some iPhone stuff. Got
Yeah.
an update there.
Yeah, it's really led to some outperformance from the NASDAQ, actually. So T-Mobile and Sprint on Monday said that iPhone sales were good, very good compared to previous years. However, these guys are expanding anyway, so they should be better.
Right.
Yesterday, both Verizon and AT&T were at conferences. Verizon said they're about what they expected. AT&T said they're a little bit better than expected. And then Apple this morning said that they just sold out of the iPhone 7 Plus.
Gotcha.
So
I did think there.
yeah,
You get into
they get the
7S,
S's and the
Plus,
C's and the
yeah.
SEs.
So the Plus is the new big one.
The new big one, yeah.
Gotcha.
So they've sold out of those, but there's been, they've had lead times of 2-3 weeks for the last few days. So it seems like they would have sold out earlier.
Right.
So not really new news, but Apple, as well as a lot of the suppliers, the chip companies who supply them, like Skyworks, have been rallying pretty strongly.
Yeah. So yeah, kind of some good news there. I think we were all pretty meh.
Yeah.
On the new phone. I'm really excited the product Scotty mentioned, the cord for the cordless headphones.
Yeah.
I'm pretty fired up. I wasn't sure if I wanted to spend $170 or whatever on those earbuds, but if they can have a cord on them,
Right.
it's not every day you can find.
They should have done those 2-minute videos with
Yeah.
that English accent in the background and seeing the cord from every single
Yeah,
angle.
just show us how the
Yeah.
cord looks. Like,
And
tell
how
me more. I
aesthetically
need specs.
pleasing.
I need specs on this
Yeah.
cord. Like, what is it like? But yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that. Still love that they're not called the Airbuds, but we'll go on from there. Retail sales, talk to me.
Yeah, weaker again this time around. String of weak data points that we've seen over the last couple weeks. Auto sales weren't so good. We kind of knew that earlier,
Yeah.
but kind of come out in the data now. So not such a great data point. That kind of weighs into the next topic.
Yeah, exactly. So with this kind of string of weaker data points, with this market volatility that we're seeing really around kind of the speculation about a rate hike, what are you seeing now? What are you thinking in terms of the rate hike this month?
Yeah, I mean, before I said I was higher than the street, which had been at 30%. Now the expectation probability weighted is 18% in the market, and it's difficult to argue with that. For one thing, it's just going to be difficult for the Fed to hike
Right.
when that's the expectation.
You don't want to go against
Right.
2%.
Right. So I think the Fed will probably chicken out.
Mhm.
Hills and Rath also had an article to that effect a couple days ago. So it's kind of same as usual. Kind of always looking to the next Fed meeting, which not often does not hike.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that's odd, this weird predicament or balance, I don't know how you want to think of it, but just kind of the idea that, hey, Fed talk is really the leader of the market right now, but at the same time, the rate hike itself has become so reactionary,
Yeah.
not just to data, but to the reaction. It's
Right.
just kind of this ripple effect that we're all looking at this one thing, but the reality is this one thing seems to be reacting more to what we're doing as we
Exactly.
look.
Yeah.
Which just kind of makes it almost second and third level kind of piecing together read through after read through and trying to see where it's going. But I'm with you. I mean, it's hard with the data that we're seeing to expect an interest rate hike. I think the last time you and I kind of put our own numbers on it, I think I said I was like, 40, 45%,
Yeah, right.
not quite 50-50, and I was at like 90% by the end of the year. Scaling that way, way back
Yeah.
at this point. I'm with you. I don't think we're going to see one this month. Hillary Clinton, let's talk about Monday's headlines since I
Yeah.
wasn't here. Pneumonia. I missed this news cycle a little bit, and we're going to bring out our chief Clinton correspondent, intern Scotty, here in a minute, our resident liberal here on the show. But I don't think we're making a big enough deal about pneumonia.
Yeah.
When you look at the statistics, and I went to the CDC has some numbers, 38 out of 43 U.S. presidents have died from pneumonia or other fatal inflictions.
Interesting.
So 38 out of 53, that's like 88.4% of presidents have died from pneumonia or something else. 5 have survived. 1 is her husband. The statistical odds of both her and her husband
Yeah.
totally surviving things like pneumonia and everything else
Right.
doesn't seem very likely. I mean, I think if we elect Hillary Clinton, we are literally sentencing her to death. That's what it seems like. When you just looking from a statistical standpoint,
Yeah.
now we see anomalies in numbers, we look at the numbers all the time, it's possible, but
I mean, it is possible though. I mean, I'm not sure if you've seen Bill Clinton lately, but
he might be dead.
he might be help pad statistics a little better, so
Yeah.
that might give her a little more breathing room.
Yeah, and
Unintended.
Bill really might be dead. So we're not sure, but so it's kind of like a catch-22 though, because then we go from 38 out of 43 to 39 out of 43
Right.
being dead from pneumonia or something else. And I mean, that's again, just that precedent of presidents dying
Right.
is hard to argue with. We'll bring out intern Scotty to kind of weigh in on this pneumonia thing. Pneumonia gate, where do you stand?
Well, one, I had no idea so many of our presidents were dead.
Yeah.
That's
Crazy.
really mind-blowing. I
Yeah.
can't believe more attention hasn't been drawn to that.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. But yeah, man, like you said, it's...
And the other thing to that point, like I don't think it's beyond question that we might have a few more die.
I think it's
I don't
think
want
it's
to
possible.
knock on wood,
Looking at those
but I
numbers.
think the numbers could skew even further against Hillary.
Yeah. I think it's crazy looking at Bill, like you said. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going around that maybe they're pulling a little Weekend at Bernie's thing right now.
Yep.
That maybe he's just kind of propped up. If you've seen the guy,
We played a game on this very podcast one time called Bill Clinton, Dead or Alive. So we
it's,
have our doubts.
it's rough, and maybe Hillary's just upset because she knows her time's coming close.
It's coming. It's coming. Maybe. It might be coming. Election's getting weird. Trump surging, I guess. I don't know. Clinton fainting. It's just weird, man. It's crazy. I can't wait for some debates. I think we need to live tweet the debates or
We
something.
do.
We need to
Absolutely.
do that. Along those lines, some heated tennis coming up this afternoon. After that, we're having a football viewing party. None of you are invited, so it's going to be a good time. And we'll update you guys. No, if you live in the Kennesaw area, come find us. We'll be in the Kennesaw area somewhere. And I think that's all we got. Anybody else? Closing thoughts?
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, intern Scotty's going to be back with a quote for the day later.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry I missed out yesterday, guys.
Slacking. But y'all have a great morning. We'll talk to you later.
Tusk Media is a subsidiary of Narwhal Capital Management. Ratings and reviews of Tusk Media content are not to be construed as endorsements of opinions, analysis, or services offered by Tusk or its parent company. The opinions and predictions shared here are our professional beliefs at the time of publication. We are not under duress from any of the corporate entities mentioned. This is not a solicitation to take any particular action. Although we are investment advisors, this information should not be considered investment, legal, or tax advice. We strive to be as impartial, insightful, and accurate as possible. We base our opinions, analysis, and calculations on information we believe to be reliable, but we cannot guarantee its accuracy. We can, however, guarantee that our opinions will sometimes be flat out wrong due to a variety of factors. Employees and clients of Narwhal Capital Management may or may not hold positions in the securities detailed and may or may not hold these positions in the future. A full list of all securities purchased, sold, or held during the 12 months preceding the date of this publication can be provided upon request. Unless otherwise noted, all data accessed via MarketWatch or the Bloomberg terminal. Past performance does not guarantee future results. A copy of Narwhal's Form ADV is available at the SEC's website, www.advisorinfo.sec.gov, or from Narwhal upon written request.